Opening up a new week on MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World. From the home studios, Matt Vasgersian with Dan Plesac, and fresh from the infirmary, tuned up with a brand new hip, Harold Reynolds is back with us.
Yes, by the leadership of Al Leiter, who searched out our doctor, Dr. Roy Davinovich, and then the encouragement of Dan Plesac, who went through it as well, I decided, yes, I'll go ahead and do the hip replacement surgery. And look at Matt, I'm coming back at you. No more Fred Sanford, Matt. I'm coming walking at you now. Or Jefferson's, or whoever you want to get on me about. But I'm feeling good. It's been great. Dan, it's just remarkable. I'm only 2 weeks into this thing. And thank you for encouraging me to go do this. I'm excited about it.
You know, Harold, we both shared the same doctor, Dr. Roy Davinovich. The amazing thing to me is you go in on your own on the day to have surgery in the morning, and you find yourself with a new hip, and you're back home later on that same day.
Yeah, but so much about me. Okay, so another great story, and even better than mine, is Art Howell, the former Major League manager. You know, he was battling COVID-19. He came home Sunday from the hospital after being in the hospital for 5 days, and he's doing well. So that's fantastic news. Mine's nice, but his is great to battle through that and be okay at. So, Matt, that's kind of the health list of the big leaguers right now. Back to you, buddy.
Yeah, cause to celebrate. And not only are we going to celebrate some baseball milestones on MLB Tonight this evening, we're also going to have some special guests, courtesy of NTT Home Plate Cam. But on to those birthday celebrations. We'll kick it off. Happy 83rd Hall of Famer Brooks Robinson, in the minds of many, the greatest third baseman to ever play the game, at least from the defensive standpoint, if not all around. The 1964 MVP, 1970 World Series MVP, 18-time All-Star, and owner of a record 16 Gold Gloves. They say nobody would ever do it better at the hot corner, guys.
He was special, man. I remember watching him as a kid growing up. But Dan, probably a nicer man than even a greater player. He's one of the nicest people I ever met.
When you talk about the hot corner, every generation says Brooks Robinson was the best there ever was.
Another Hall of Famer celebrating a birthday today. We're going to say hello to him in person in a moment. Mr. October Reggie Jackson, the 5-time World Series champ, 2-time World Series MVP, 14-time All-Star Reggie Jackson, turning 74 today. And what a pleasure it is to have Hall of Famer Reggie Jackson on with us so we can personally wish him a happy birthday today. Reggie, thanks for making some time. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Matt, Dan, and my old nephew there, Harold.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No doubt about it. Hey, Reg, so I'm curious. I get phone calls. No telling who might call me, but mainly just like high school friends or whatever. Who are some of the people calling you today? I want to hear some names of people that are calling you, because you are Mr. October after all.
Peter hit me at 5:20. And
AM?
yeah, AM. Posada and Pettit. And let me see, Dr. J yesterday. Gervin Saturday, a few guys that get it. I didn't got old and forgot. But I touch with quite a few guys, and so it's fun, it's interesting, it's special, and very enjoyable.
That's pretty cool.
I'll talk to Joe here in a day or so. I'll talk to him on Friday. So there's some of the guys that call you say, "Hey, happy birthday." I said, "Man, ain't my birthday." Oh, Monday. I talked to Mike Schmidt. Talk to Smitty. I'll always talk to Johnny Bench. He'll call it. So
that's awesome. That's really cool. Hey, the one thing for me, before you were Mr. October, you got under my radar when I was a youngster, and you hit the farthest ball I've ever seen hit in Detroit in the All-Star game on the light tower. That was incredible. Now, I want to know, was that the furthest ball you ever hit?
I thought I hit a ball further than that in Minnesota once. They had a sign out behind the right field there, that ball there. I don't know how far that was hit, but I hit a ball in Minnesota one time. That was like the center field fence was 450, and this fence was a little bit behind that, and it was about 50 feet high. And they had a tree. It was a bank there. If you hit that tree on the fly, it was $50,000. And I hit it over it. And I think that might be the first ball I ever hit. But I hit a few long balls when I was a young fella there, guys.
Hey, Reg, home
Yeah.
run number 500 off of Bud Black. What do you remember about it?
Sadly, it was 10-0. We were getting killed, and Buddy was an old left-handed friend there, and he might have hit me here with a little fastball middle. But that's what I remember. But something special about it was that it was September 17th, 1984. And on September 17th, 1967, I had hit home run number 1 in the same stadium on the same date. I was playing for Kansas City, and I hit the home run off a left-hand pitcher, Jim Weaver, in the same spot in right center. 17 years later to the day, September 17th, 1984, off a left-hand pitcher, I hit the same ball in the same spot, probably obviously the same day. September 17th, I hit 1, and September 17th, I hit number 500 in the same ballpark with the two same teams, both against a left-hand pitcher.
Let's take you from 1967, Reggie, to 1968. I got a prop for you here, okay? 1968 Oakland A's yearbook, and on Reggie Jackson's page, it says here that your greatest thrill in baseball was hitting 3 home runs for Class A Modesto on August 5th, 1966. So here we are 52 years later. Is that still your biggest thrill in baseball, Reggie? 3 home runs in Modesto?
The 3 home runs California, in Modesto, California, I stayed at a hotel with $3 a night, and I went to the ballpark every day with Raleigh Fingers, and I played with Joe Rudy and Dave Duncan, and I got another pitcher that got to the big leagues with us, George Lazarick, but Fingers and Rudy and Duncan and I were all on the same team. And that was pretty cool then. And that's what I really remember about Modesto. It was really a lot of fun. It was a special place. I went to Modesto because I was in Idaho. I'd hit 3 home runs in Tri-City up there in the Yakima, Washington Rookie League after June, when you get drafted. And I got hit in the head at the first week. I hit 3 home runs in Yakima in June in the snow. I got hit in the head, taken to the hospital in Lewiston, Idaho, which was our home ballpark, and I was not allowed to be admitted because I was colored.
Wow.
And our pitching coach was there, and the owner of the team, Charlie Finley, sent a plane for me in the morning, and they took me down to Modesto.
Wow. You know what, Reggie? You got so many stories, and one day we'll get to dive into them even more. But man, we just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. 74 years young, Reggie Jackson, man. Hard to even believe.
Appreciate that, Al, but I 4 years young is 74 years old.
Not for